Good evening, Drew.
Oh, buddy, I feel like it's been forever.
It has been. Yeah.
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 We
Yeah.
we get busy sometimes, and that's
We
okay.
do. We do. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how you doing?
Ah, man, I am like I have so much content. I have so much content that it's like literally backing up into the next episode.
Okay.
Um,
Speaking of backing up, I have a story to tell you.
Is it on the list or no?
Yeah, it's on the list. It's on the list.
Oh,
It's the,
okay.
it's the first topic.
Okay, well let's go
Okay,
because we
okay,
got a lot.
okay.
We got a lot.
Okay. This should. I hope this will be quick, but we'll see. So last weekend, I went to see Dune 2. Okay. I didn't go to a fancy theater. I just went to like the local theater here in Grove City. It's fine. I went by myself. No one went to see it with me. By the way, excellent movie. Just go see it. It's good. I'm walking into the movie theater. I like a snack at the movies, right?
Sure.
I usually get something to eat. You know, whether there's some candy, some popcorn, and a soda. And I'm walking in. I'm like, I would really go for a pretzel right now.
Like a soft pretzel?
Yeah, like a soft pretzel.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't love a good soft pretzel?
Yeah. So I also really like ordering things by number because I'm lazy. I just want to like ground out a single syllable and then get food.
Oh, okay.
So I look up at the concession stands and I see the number 5 combo. It's got a picture of a large soda and a pretzel. And I'm like, one number 5, please. And they're like, no problem. That'll be $23.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Wait. So I thought to myself, that's awful expensive, even for a movie theater. But you know what? It's fine. Whatever. I really want the pretzel. Here's the $23. Let's go. And they go, okay, just stand over there. They'll bring your pretzel to you. And I'm sitting over there waiting in the spot. And young man comes out holding what can only be described as a small pizza box.
Are you kidding me? You got the pretzel.
Okay. And he says Bavarian Legend. And I'm like,
title. Oh my God.
And I said, pretzel ? And he said pretzel, period. So I get handed this. The box had to have been 14 inches by 14 inches, like a pizza box, like a small pizza.
And he probably said it without a trace of irony, right? I'm sorry, I can't get over a teenage boy calling you a Bavarian legend.
Well, apparently that's the name of the pretzel I ordered.
Well, not in my mind.
This pretzel was like so big.
Okay, time out. I'm sorry. I know you need to get this out, but what was this, an AMC?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I gotta see this thing. AMC theaters. If I just type AMC theater Bavarian legend, Bavarian pretzel.
There are some pictures. There's some pictures.
Feature fare.
Yeah.
There's pretzel bites, Bavarian legend pretzel. Satisfy the biggest appetites with our huge, shareable Bavarian legend pretzels.
Yeah, hold on.
Enjoy. Oh my God.
Okay,
no, hold on.
Okay,
Continue.
Here is a good picture I will put in there of some. It's not me, obviously. Holding
like human to scale.
Yeah, holding the Bavarian legend there.
Barbarian legend.
Bavarian legend.
God Almighty.
You see that sucker?
It's a thick one, bud.
I've seen it's like thicker than like baby legs.
I've seen that in my toilet. I have seen that exact shape in my toilet.
Oh,
Jesus. Okay, now wait a minute though. Okay, so you ate this fucking thing.
I did. Not all of it, but like 2/3 of it.
I bet you I could eat it. I bet you I could eat that whole fucking thing. You got like what, 2.5 hours to watch Dune?
Yeah.
You couldn't polish that off in 2.5 hours?
Well, there was a point where I had consumed so much bread and melted cheese that I didn't start feeling so good.
Well, okay. So let me ask you a question then. I'm on the AMC website.
Mm-hmm.
My dog's barking. Jesus Christ, Rocky. So it says, enjoy irresistible flavors like classic salt with cheese and spicy mustard dipping sauces. I feel like this is right in your warehouse.
Yeah.
Right in your wheelhouse, I mean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then it also says, or cinnamon sugar with our creamy icing dipper.
Yeah, I just went with the salt and the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That's what sounded good to me, salt and cheese. And it was a very generous portion of cheese. I can't complain about that. But that was it was an ordeal.
God, they were like, just fucking ruin this guy with a pretzel.
Yeah, and the guy had to have seen the confusion on my face, like Bavarian Legend. I'm like, huh? Now I know why it was like $23 because I ordered.
You ordered a loaf of bread.
I did.
Like, that's the only way to describe it.
Bread. Yes, yes.
So the picture that you sent me of this bearded gentleman holding this monstrosity, did yours have more salt on it than this?
Yeah, it had more salt.
Okay, because
that's not enough salt. Yeah.
Was it heavy?
Oh yeah. I'm like, because I got my drink while I was waiting, and I get handed this large box, and I'm holding it, and it's weighty. I'm like, oh no, what have I done? like I wanted a hot pretzel, and I fucking got it.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
man, they got a lot of shit on this menu.
Yeah, they had a lot of stuff.
I have not been to a movie theater in
pretzel.
A while.
Yeah, I went. Yeah.
So can we talk about Dune?
If you want,
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen part 1. I haven't seen part 2. I have maybe I'm weird, but I have no desire to see it. And I like Dune. I like the book. I like the cheesy 80s movie. I don't really have a desire to see it.
If you like the book, it is. I would recommend watching part 1, and if you dig part 1, part 2 is better. So
really, because that's kind of what I heard. Like when part 1 came out, it was a little bit of a snoozer.
I mean, it was. I mean, you've read the book, right? They got a lot of shit to set up, and
they really do.
But the second one really, clenches the deal. It's just an absolutely spectacular movie.
So, how many of the Dune books did you read?
I've read.
We might have talked about this already.
4 or 5 of the. No, I've read all of 6 of the original books.
I only ever read the first Dune novel. I didn't read Children of Dune or any of that other shit.
Yeah, I would really recommend if you're looking for a book to read, Dune Messiah is the second.
That's the best one.
It gets that book. They get weirder as they go, really, really, really weird. But from whatever. Spoiler for Dune Messiah. Paul's son merges himself with the sandworm and then rules the Imperium for 10,000 years. It's weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right for some Frankie Herbert.
Yeah. So,
but you survived.
I did. I did not feel good though. I came home and I was like, I wish I could throw up right now. So that's what happened to me. Yeah.
So give me your strategy. Okay, sorry. I'm all in on this topic. So give me your strategy here. Boy hands you box full of pretzel. You get over your shock. You walk into the theater. You plop yourself down. How do you attack this thing? How hard did you go and how fast?
Well, it's so big. So I opened up the cheese because I wanted some cheese, and I just started ripping, and it wasn't a whole section at a time. It was really the top half of a section at a time. This thing's a goddamn loaf of bread. Dipping in the cheese, eating it, and going back, getting the the bottom half of that part and eating it, and it was.
I really feel like you need to make that pretzel the show art.
It will. Yeah.
Just cut out that gentleman's face because I don't want people to think either of us are that good looking.
I ate about 2/3 of one of those by myself in approximately 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay, so here's the next question I have. How many cheese dips did they give you?
1, but it was huge.
Because in this picture, the gentleman has 2.
Yeah, it was one, but it was like probably more
quart?
than twice the size of that thing, of one of those. Yeah, yeah. It was generous. It was generous. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you
Like,
consume all of the cheese?
no,
Okay.
about half the cheese, but it was like, here's a fucking bathtub
Bucket.
full of cheese, you fat ass. Like, to go with your Bavarian Legend.
Ugh, fuck.
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you though? I would totally fuck with this right now. I'm so hungry. I would give this the best shot in the world.
Well, did you know that most AMC theaters will let you get carry out if you don't want to go see a movie? But just
Yeah,
eat
that's what I
expensive?
want. I want my Uber Eats to go pick up a pretzel at a movie theater and deliver it to me. Like, how much of a degenerate does that driver think you are if you're ordering dinner from a movie theater?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I feel bad if I, like, the time that Eric sent me Arby's, having fast food delivered, I even feel is like a big old stretch. Now, if I were to order from something like an actual sit-down restaurant, like where there's a waiter or a waitress or wait staff or like a hostess, I feel a lot better about myself. But like any time I ask anybody to bring me fast food, like I don't even do Uber. I don't even like do DoorDash for Chipotle anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I just go get it
In your truck?
Yeah, my little truck. Although the weather's been nice. I had the M out quite a bit this week.
Okay.
I mean, we're under a tornado watch right now, but
We are.
yeah. This site has been blocked from accessing your location. Okay. MC Theater. You don't need to know where I'm at.
Yep.
You didn't get a hot dog.
No.
You
I
didn't
just
get
got
churros.
the Bavarian Legend and a sody pop. So yeah.
And meanwhile, the mozzarella sticks in this picture, it's not doing itself any favors. Those look like very skinny mozzarella sticks. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm glad you survived.
I did.
And Dune Part 2 was good.
It was really good. Really good. Highly recommended. I actually kind of want to go see it again, like on an IMAX or something. Like that'd be great. Yeah.
I mean, as someone who didn't watch Part 1 but knows the book, I could probably just jump right in on Part 2, right?
Yeah, if you're comfortable with the book. Yeah.
I mean, I guess where does Part 2 pick up?
The Part 1, more importantly, Part 1 ends like right after Paul has found the Fremen.
Okay.
And that the altercation that happens in the desert during that.
Got it.
And that's pretty much where it ends. And Dune 2 picks up with the Fremen battling some Harkonnens. So
Got it. Okay. All right. So for the strap in. So for the next like 25 to 30 minutes, we got some product reviews to get through.
I can't wait.
All right. So I will send you show art of me wearing these, but I did finally get my Meta Wayfarers.
You did.
I did.
Okay.
So
and you got the like the blue light lenses. Is that what you got?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Let me put a link in the show notes to these because I got a lot of feelings about this.
I would imagine so.
Let's see here. Let's see. Wayfarer Classic. Oh my God. Can I just do this? Smart glasses. Okay. Ray-Ban Meta Wayfarer. Okay. So here's the link to the website of the Meta Wayfarers. Now, we talked about this already. And I did finally get them. They did finally come back in stock. They come in different configurations, and for all intent and purpose, you could basically consider these things sunglasses. But I got the clear ones with the blue light filter. Okay. So what are these things? So they're basically frames, okay, with the aforementioned clear blue light filter thing. So like I'm going to pop them on right now. And they're perfectly fine for sitting here using my computer. The frames are a little thick, but that's because there's a lot of electronics in here. But I will say this.
And a battery, right? Like
but given what these things can do, I'm going to be honest. I think they did a pretty good job. Like, they're not obnoxiously large. Like, you can almost think, if you've ever seen the movie Major League, and like the scenes of, the pitcher on the mound.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have that picture is now in my head.
It's literally what I look like with these on. Okay. So they're a little thicker. And the stems that come out of the side, they're a little thicker too. But there's a reason for that. And not just because it's full of electronics, it's because that's where all of the interaction happens. Okay. So let's get the gross stuff out of the way before I talk about what I think is actually pretty cool about this. And it is like you have to be deep in the paint in the Meta ecosystem to use these things.
Okay.
Now I was like already there. Like I thought I was going to be good, right? Because I have the Quest headset. I have a Facebook account. I have an Instagram account. Like I thought like I have everything I need to pick up these fuckers and like start using them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just not true. So,
oh no.
Yeah. So you basically need to have a Meta account, not a Quest account, not a Facebook account, not an Instagram account. There's like a higher order magnitude of account called a Meta account that then has like the little branching, like here's Instagram, here's, Oculus, here's, here's Facebook, right? So you sort of have to like, it took me 15, 20 minutes to like figure out how to set that up and link my accounts and everything. And then you have to download the app. Now, there's an app for your phone called Meta View. And this app is required for you to use these glasses. Essentially, this is how stuff gets off of the glasses and into your phone or whatever other ecosystem you want to do. The glasses are Bluetooth. But as far as I know, you have to pair this to a phone. Like my computer has Bluetooth, but I don't think I could set it up as a camera. Maybe I could. I haven't gone that far down the rabbit hole yet. But once you have the app installed, you pair your glasses to your phone and you're sort of off to the races. Now, if you're looking at the pictures on the website, there's a couple pictures I want to draw your attention to. The main picture sort of shows you what people see when they look at you. And essentially, there are two cameras. So it's stereoscopic. And then there's a little LED light that if you ever take a picture while you're wearing them or you're actively recording, that light lights up. So you're not being a total creeper with these things on. Okay.
That's polite.
That is polite. And then you'll also notice that there is a small button. If you're looking at the picture, like
looks like on the right temple.
Yeah, right temple. If you scroll down a little bit, like the last row of pictures where you're viewing from like behind, you can see that there's a small little like button there. That is what makes this thing go. So if I'm wearing, if I take the glasses out of the case, which I'm going to talk about the case in a minute, and then I put them on, if I want to take a picture, let's see if you can hear this.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's me taking a picture. So whatever I'm looking at, I can tap that button and I can immediately take a picture. Now, the mechanics of it are, it saves the picture to the glasses. The glasses have some kind of internal storage. And then in order to get the pictures or videos off of the glasses, you either have to open the app and tell it, hey, sync my pictures over Bluetooth, or you can also set up the app that if your glasses and your phone are on different, like the same Wi-Fi network and it's like a trusted network, like it'll automatically download in the background and then like wipe it off of the glasses.
Okay.
So like that picture I just took is already, on my phone.
Okay.
Like it automatically like connected and download. So it basically is already like on there. Okay. And if I want to do video, I just basically double tap it and it will start recording a video and then I can double tap to stop. Now, that sound you heard is there's little speakers closer to your ear. So like the stems come down and then like the part that goes behind your ear, right above that are two little tiny speaker slots. And you could use these as headphones, I guess, because it gives you a little bit of bone conduction and then a little bit of speaker. But anytime like you start recording or you take a snap, like it plays and it's audible. It's audible to everybody around you. Okay.
Okay.
You can also use like Siri or like the Meta Assistant to like ask it questions or do something.
Hey Meta, it says. Hey Meta.
Yeah. So I could do that. And then I could tell it to take a picture, start a video, give me an update, whatever. So it's just another digital assistant. Now, on the side of the stems, you'll notice like if you look at the picture from the side, they're kind of thick, right? If you're listening to something and I think it's on the right side, the same side as the button. You can tap towards the front or towards the back to control volume.
Okay. That's nice. Oh. Okay. Wait.
Oh, that is. Oh, okay. So as I was doing that, apparently that's not only volume, but that controls playback. Because I had a YouTube video open, and it was playing it through my headset. I didn't know it could do that, so I just learned something.
that was yeah.
Yeah, very weird.
What's in the show's in the show.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So and again, like the app sort of controls everything. So I can put these on. I can record a video of something. Right. I could take a picture of whatever I'm looking at. Like, it's got a pretty decent camera. Like, I'm not going to say that it's like super great, but like I had it in the car, and I'm actually, I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm playing a video right now of when I was driving my M the other day.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's a video I took as I was driving, right? Like, pretty cool. Now, like I said, once you sort of buy into these, you're in the Meta ecosystem. Okay. So that functionality I just described, like that's pretty cool. Like, these things are kind of comfortable. They're not heavy at all, right? Like, they have no weight to them. But the other interesting thing that you can do with them is there's really tight integration with Instagram. So I open the Instagram app, and if I hit the plus key, I can go in here and I can say, I want to make a post. And I can click on my camera. And if I'm wearing the Wayfarers, it knows that I can like switch to my glasses.
Okay.
So
nice
like
integration there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear that, but it's basically yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like I could either double tap and immediately the camera and Instagram would change to whatever my glasses are looking at. And I can also live stream from them. So if I go live on Instagram, I can basically use these to live stream.
Okay.
So that I tried doing that the other day, right? So like I decided that I was gonna like, just do some shit around the house and see, like, just live stream my life just for the hell of it, right? It did perfectly fine. I was on Wi-Fi, everything seemed to work great. The battery lasted about 45 minutes for a live stream, which, again, given the size of these things, I think is pretty darn good.
Yeah. That's respectable.
So, yeah, it's extremely respectable. I wish it would have lasted a little bit longer, but it sort of did what it did. It also comes with a very, very, very nice leather case. So the charging case, right? They sort of took a page out of Apple's AirPod case. So the case that it comes with is leather, and that has its own battery charging port in it. So if I take the glasses off, okay, you fold them up, and inside the charging case, and there's not a good picture of this on the website, is like the part that sits on your nose. What is that called? That's not called the temple, is it?
The temples are on the side.
Yeah.
Like the stems are called the temples.
Yeah, whatever, like the
know.
bridge, maybe.
The bridge. That sounds good. The bridge. Yeah.
So like the bridge underneath it, that's where the little like chargy points are. So like when you set it in the case, you sort of like if you've ever put your glasses in a case before, you just kind of set them in there and close it. This, you have to like put the glasses in the case, and then you push down, and it sort of like locks them in place. And then it starts charging, and there's a really nice little LED, like that little nub on the front of the case, that lights up. So if it's charging,
is there like a battery in the case then?
Yes.
Okay.
So like you could wear them for a little while, throw them back in the case, pull them, let them charge, pull it back out, and then wear them again until you wear the battery out. And then on the bottom of the case is a USB-C port. So like you charge the case with USB-C. I have, like I said, I have played around with these quite a bit. And it's actually pretty good. Like, I'm going to say, like, for what it is, it's actually pretty good.
But
again, it seems like it's really hard to break out of the walls that the app and the ecosystem put you in.
Okay.
I wish that I could like pair these to my computer and stream from that. I wish that I could like connect these in other ways instead of just their app. I'm sure it's collecting, and like the app needs a lot of gross permissions. Like it needs like access to like your entire phone for some reason to work. It needs access to like your networks and
that's Meta.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It needs a lot of gross permissions to work. But that said, like I'm pretty happy with the quality of the pictures that it takes. I forget like the actual specifications on the camera. I mean, it takes 30 by 24 by 432, whatever that is, like in megapixels. I don't know. Does it give you a megapixel?
I saw it gives you a resolution, and
yeah,
I don't think it's a super high megapixel.
Yeah, and the videos at 30 frames per second, which whatever. Like I like 60, but you know, what are you going to do? And it actually gives you higher resolution video. Like it's not like grainy video at all. Like it actually does really well. And of course, like all other things Ray-Ban, like if you had prescription lenses, you can definitely get prescription lenses put in these things.
Okay. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah. I'm still kind of learning the controls a little bit, but it's pretty good. I don't know, like again, I plan on wearing these everywhere, right? I like the idea that I can have them inside, and like if I go to a party or something and everybody's cool with me being the creepy guy with the glasses that record everything, like I can wear them inside without being like sunglasses at night guy. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
That was sort of the main driver. I mean, of course, blue light is, whatever.
Right.
And they have transitions, by the way. They definitely have transition lenses, which have done the same thing. But I just went with the blue light filters, and they seem to work pretty well. So I've had these out in the sun. I've had them indoors. I did the live streaming thing, and they actually are pretty good. Like I would recommend them to people who want a way to quickly take pictures, or if you're outdoors a lot and you want a way to like go hiking and take videos and not have to lug a GoPro around or something or strap that to your body. Like it's pretty good. And like they're actually nice on your face. Like they don't hurt. You know how like if you wear glasses for a while, it can kind of hurt.
Yes.
I was expecting these to be a little bit heavier. I was expecting them to be a little bit tighter. They're snug. Oh wow. Tornado warning for northeastern Logan County. What the hell? My phone's going off. You're not in Logan County, right?
I'm in Pickaway County. Pickaway.
Okay. Oh wow. Well, it looks like the storm is like going past me right now. Anyway, they're not uncomfortable to wear. Like I had them on for, like I said, about an hour or so the other day, and it was fine. It was just like wearing my normal glasses. And even then, like my normal glasses, I don't think are sized right for me. And these felt pretty good. I mean, it felt like wearing a nice light pair of sunglasses. And there's obviously a ton of technology crammed in these things. And I'm actually kind of surprised that they do as well as they do.
Now, what kind of stuff can you do with the voice assistant? Can you like ask it questions?
Well, here, let's find out. I'm gonna put the glasses back on. What do we want to ask? What do we want to ask her?
I don't know. Ask her about the Bavarian Legend.
Hey, Meta, what kind of pretzels can I get at the AMC theater? No? Okay. I didn't get an answer. How do I make it? Do I have to turn that? Maybe I turned that feature off. Did I turn that off?
You say, hey, Meta, so often you didn't want it to accidentally trigger. I get it.
Turn on voice controls. Okay. To call and message hands-free on your glasses. Voice controls. Okay. Yeah. Continue. Turn on voice controls. Sure. Enable voice controls. Good. This is so gross. Okay. Hey, Meta. Oh, shit. Store voice recordings to improve voice controls. Nope.
Okay.
Voice controls. Hey, Meta preferences. Say. Oh. Hey, Meta. What kind of? Oh dear.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Meta. What kind of pretzels can I get at AMC theaters? Oh. Please check their website. What a lazy assistant. And in this age of generative AI.
What a shame.
Hey, Meta.
Garbage. Throw them away.
Hey Meta, listen to the I'm sure they're doing their best podcast.
Ooh.
Fuck off. Okay. I'm turning this right back off.
Got
Yeah,
it.
voice controls
Okay.
off. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, there's a voice assistant there. I don't know how useful it is.
Got it.
So anyway, they're good. They're actually good. Like I would say that if you were in the market for a cool gadget that you could use for the scenarios that I described, you could do a lot worse because otherwise you have to like hold your phone or buy something that you could strap a GoPro to your head. So I don't know. They kind of get like a timid approval for me just because
Okay.
I think the app and the service is gross, but the technology is actually pretty cool.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Next thing. So I do. Okay, go ahead. You were going to say something.
I was just wondering. I saw this in here. I'm like, why did Drew buy this? So, please continue.
Okay, link going into show notes. So I do a lot of presentations, both for my job and then like my speaking and recording training videos. Like I do a lot of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And a while back, friend of the show, Brent Ozar, had posted something on his Instagram where he bought a teleprompter. But not just any teleprompter. There's a company called Elgato. They make basically streaming accessories for computers.
Yeah.
So Elgato makes a teleprompter. And a teleprompter is really interesting because if you're doing like one of the major sort of problems that I have when I'm recording is I'm never looking at the camera. If I'm ever on a video call, I'm never looking at the camera. And it's distracting to me. It's distracting to other people. Like because a lot of times I'm looking at a slide as I'm presenting. I try not to, but everybody does it. When I'm presenting in person, I don't do it as much. But when I'm on the phone with people or doing a demo, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So this teleprompter is really interesting. And if you're looking at the picture on the website right now, essentially it's two pieces. The bottom piece is a small LED or LCD monitor. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It then shines the monitor onto a very reflective piece of like, I don't think it's glass, but it's some sort of very reflective plastic material. And then it's angled in such a way that if the monitor is turned on, it shines against that glass. And it's almost like you're looking at that picture tilted 90 degrees, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, the magic here is that behind the shiny piece of glass is a slot to put your camera. And this comes with several different camera mounts.
Oh, I get it now.
Okay, so it comes with several different camera mounts. Like if you want to stay in the Elgato ecosystem, they make a thing called a face cam. There is a cover for it, and it basically clicks into place behind this thing so no light gets in behind it. And then you can plug the camera into your computer, and if you put like your slides or what you want to present on that monitor, because that just shows up as another monitor to your operating system, you can now look directly at the slides and the camera's looking right at you.
That's clever.
It's extremely clever. And if you look at like the pictures on the website, you can see how they have the Facecam Pro sort of locked in, right? Now, I don't have a Facecam Pro, but what I do have is a very, very nice mirrorless camera. And that's what I've used if you've ever seen me stream or anything like that. Yeah. But there's a separate like tray. You can take like that mount off and you could put this mount on it. And then you can put your mirrorless camera or your DSLR on that tray, screw it down to like a hot shoe on there. And then it also comes with like, you know how like you watch old timey videos of like the first cameras where the guy puts his head under the big blanket.
Yeah.
It kind of has like that. So like you kind of like put your camera on there and then you drape the cloth over it so no light gets behind it. And then that's where your camera is. Okay. And it works very, very well. So the reason I bought this is I have to finish some training videos for some side work. And then I also have used it on my Mac. there really isn't any software required for it. I mean, as long as you plug in the it comes with like it's hard to explain, but like if you're looking at that picture on the website of like that third picture showing the side view, there's like a 90-degree little HDMI thing that plugs into the monitor, and then that goes to an HDMI port on your computer. So like if you have like a dongle or something that supports HDMI, like you just plug that in and like it's just another monitor.
Okay.
And then like you just, drag your content over to it. You can also use it as like a regular old teleprompter. So like if you actually download the software for it, you could like have a teleprompter that like scrolls. So like if you were like talking and like presenting and like something was behind you and you needed a way for the prompter to like tell you what to say next, like you could make it do that too. It does really well. I will say that my camera gets a little warm when it's got its little blankie on, but not like obnoxiously so. I mean, and the monitor resolution isn't very high. So whatever's on there is pretty condensed. So like for me, I bought like another pole and I just kind of put it at an angle next to my desk. So like if I had it on right now, it's like kind of pointed down at me, but I can like look at it, or I could put like my video conferencing software on it. And as I'm talking, I could be looking at it kind of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Actually, that's pretty freaking neat.
And it wasn't obnoxiously expensive. Like this concept, by the way, of like the mirror reflecting thing, like this has been around for a while. There's like some knockoffs on Amazon you can get. I don't know if they have actual monitors in them, but this one does. So for like $250, and like you can also buy like a little bundle where you can get like a mount for it and everything too, like a pole. Mm-hmm. I think I spent like $300 and it works really, really well. And then it's also got like mounts on the top. So if you want to put like a light on top of it, you could. I mean, I still have my ring light. It's a separate pole on my computer desk, but it does very well. And it's just nice to be able to put that there and make eye contact with people. It makes such a big difference. I didn't think it would, but it does. So
that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. It's very cool. And it's infinitely adjustable. Like I said, you can put all those different things on it and use it a bunch of different ways. So it works really well.
That's cool.
Okay. Before I get into my last topic, anything you want to add?
Nope. Get
all
into
right.
it.
Okay. So I hit a very important milestone this year. Actually, I hit this milestone last Monday. And I celebrated 10 years of going to my gym.
Well, congratulations.
It's a very big deal at the gym I go to. And I haven't posted a lot on social media about this because I'm honestly still processing a little bit. I thought about how I wanted to talk about this tonight. It means a lot to me. And this not only does it mean a lot to me because of the progress that I've made, and I'll talk about sort of my journey here in a minute, but there's another separate reason this is important to me that I'll tell you at the end.
Okay.
So the gym I go to is Friendship Fitness. It's a local gym here in Dublin. It's up on Sawmill. I think it's technically in Dublin. Maybe it's Columbus. It gets weird up in that part of town. But they were a CrossFit gym. They were a CrossFit affiliate when I started. They're not anymore. They have sort of divested from the CrossFit brand, and now they offer, they offer lifting, strength conditioning, fitness, wellness, nutrition. They have classes for kids. They have personal training. There's a coach there that also does physical therapy. It's really a complete place. And the minute that I walked into the door there, I was terrified. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But like I said, 10 years is a long time for anything. I mean, if you think about it, in the past 10 years, I've had, 3 jobs, but 1 gym. And prior to that, like I worked at my first job for 11 years. So this is only like the second thing I've done in my life other than like the first 12 years of school or my first job that I've ever been committed to something Well, I've been married to my wife for more than 10 years, I should say. But
There you go. There you go. I was going to remind you of that. Yep.
yeah. Wipes brow.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's not a lot in my life that I commit. Like even like my hobbies sort of come and go at more regular intervals than that, you know?
Yeah.
And I look back at who I was 10 years ago. I'm 44 now. I started this journey when I was 34. But I had been working out before that, you know, in my mid to late 20s. I did a lot of running. I also went to the Dublin Rec Center, and I just kind of went through the motions of lifting weights or getting on a bench press or doing some cardio or just kind of doing whatever. And I wasn't making progress. Like I was staying in shape, but I didn't have goals. I didn't have a sense of what I should be doing to get better, you know, in terms of my lifting or whatnot. Give me 1 second. I'm going to shut my door here. Sorry. Anyway, I just kind of worked out for working out's sake. And I think a lot of people do that. And then I started going to Friendship, and I had never done Olympic lifting before. I didn't know movements. I didn't know how to move correctly. I didn't have mobility. I didn't have flexibility. And when I first joined Friendship, there was a process that you sort of had to go through to work out there. It wasn't a gym that you could just go pay your money and work out. Like you had to become a member. And part of becoming a member back then was you went through a process called on-ramp. And it was a 4 to 6, maybe even an 8-week process. My timeline gets a little fuzzy because, you know, it's been 10 years, where you basically joined a smaller class. It was like a class within a class. And it was taught by the coaches. And like the day I showed up, there were people that were already like close to being done going through the on-ramp process. And there were people like me who were just starting. And there were people in the middle. And it was taught, like I said, it was taught by the same coaches that are there now, more or less. Some have come, some have gone. And it was like, okay, we're going to learn how to do a clean and jerk. We're going to learn how to do a pull-up. We're going to learn how to squat correctly. These were all things that I had never done before. And it was like really frustrating to me because, number one, I couldn't do any of this stuff. Like I didn't know what proper squat depth was. I didn't know how to clean a bar, right? I didn't know how to do a pull-up correctly, right?
Right.
And not only that, but there were some things that not only did I not know how to do them, but when the coach would come over and try to cue me or help me, I still couldn't do it. And even when I could do it, the amount of weight that I could do it with was so little, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really easy to come into that situation and say, you know what, this isn't for me. Clearly, I'm not where I need to be. I can't do this. This isn't going to work. But sticking with it and doing what I could and getting out of on-ramp, getting out of that process and getting, you know, being able to join the gym and go to the classes with the other people. That's when things really started to click for me there. Because I'll tell you one thing, Jeff, who's the owner there, is really big on making it a community. And what I mean by that, and I think this is the thing that keeps me there and makes me want to stay there another 10 years, is that, yeah, I go there and the workouts kick my ass every day. But the friends that I've made, the people that I know there, the things that I'm able to do now and celebrate with as I do them has been, I mean, there's really no way to say it. It's been life-changing. And I wish more than anything for everybody that they could find what it is I have there. Because I feel like people would be more in shape. People would be more fit. People would feel better about themselves if they did that. Now, again, like if you look at me, if you've ever met me and you look at me, like I'm not what you would call easy on the eyes. Like I'm not a guy that's like super in shape, skinny, fit. Like I don't look like that. I've never looked like that. Even when I was like 20 pounds lighter, I didn't look like that. I've always been a short, stocky, kind of like troll looking motherfucker. Now I don't have hair. Like I'm not good to look at. But I'll tell you this. In the 10 years that I've been doing this, I have seen myself improve, both in body composition, which was a hard topic for me to come to grips with as somebody who was like a slave to standing on a scale, to measuring my weight, to actually feeling like, okay, yeah, here's my percentage body fat. Here's how much percent muscle I have. Here's how I feel myself progressing in my lifts. I look back to when I started and the fact that I couldn't squat 95 pounds, reliably, and to proper squat depth, to now, I PR'd my front squat this year at 205. Like, yeah, it took me 10 years to get there. But that's because for so many years of my life, my idea of what fitness was, what strength was, what proper nutrition looked like, proper sleep, the amount of water you drink, like that kind of shit just never entered my mind. I never thought about it in the way that this place has taught me to think about it. And again, like I'm not, this isn't hyperbole. Like it literally has made me a better human, both in terms of how I treat my body, how I approach my workouts, the goals that I set for myself. All these different things I do are because of that place and the people there. And that's the other thing, right? Like, again, Jeff has made this a place that is all about the community. And what you will find is that at the different times of the day that there are these classes available, you start working out with the same people. I have worked out with my friends, Randy and Brian, and a handful of other people, again, for as long as I can remember, even through COVID, which was tough on gyms in general. But,
right.
Friendship made it work by offering remote classes and remote training and, working out with those people, sharing in their success, sharing in my success, telling jokes, working out with them consistently, getting a chance to hang out with them and learn about them and making more friends. Again, you don't get that a lot at just the Y or the community center or, Globo Gym, whatever, right? 24-hour fitness, like Planet Fitness. Like you don't get that there. And, I tell people what I pay to go to Friendship and they look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, okay, fine. But if you look at things you spend money on in your life, how often are you going to fucking Starbucks? How often are you paying for streaming services? How often are you paying for these other things in your life? Like you're telling me that if you really wanted to prioritize it and you really wanted good, solid coaches to work with you and cue you and help you get better and make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself and help you realize when you do something awesome, right? Because that's really what you're paying for. You're not paying for access to a facility. You're paying for coaching.
Yeah.
And again, that wasn't something that I ever had. Like there was never anybody in the Y that taught me how to lift, right? Or how to do things right. It was all like watching other people and trying to figure it out for yourself or watching shitty YouTube videos.
Right. Yeah.
These are coaches that are vested in your success, right? And again, like every coach there is great. And I know that some of the coaches listen to this and it's like, if you're listening to it now, like I've already talked to a few of them as I sort of reflect on where I've come for 10 years at this gym. Like, I know Coach Andy listens to this, right? Like he was a person who has not only helped me, be a better lifter and do good in workouts and stuff. Like he's also a nutrition coach and he's phenomenal at it. And I was very successful with him until I wasn't, and it wasn't his fault. It was mine. Right. And these people are coaches. They're not there to tell you what you want to hear. They're there to help you realize like, yeah, listen, you need to be better about this. Like they'll give you that tough love. And then Coach Jenny, who is a physical therapist, was a gymnast her life and was a CrossFit competitor. And, now she, has a daughter and, she's doing more work at the gym and doing this other stuff, but she's still a kick-ass coach and she's not afraid to look you in the eye and tell you did something bad. She'll give you that tough love that you need to hear. Plus, like if you get hurt, she knows how to help you get better. She'll give you things to do to work on your mobility, right? Even some of the newer, younger coaches like Logan, who was a extreme power lifter for his life, right? Just comes in and helps you learn how to be stronger I could go on and on. I mean, Jeff helping, and Bailey and Liz and Emily and Dave and all the other ones there. Right? It's just there's so many that help with that kind of stuff, and it's just I really don't know. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, what if I hadn't gone there? What if I hadn't done that? Like, where would I be health wise right now? Where would I be without having this? And like, I'm a person who doesn't believe in coincidences, whether you want to call that, I don't know, predestination or fate or whatever you want to call it, right? Like, I legitimately feel like that gym was put there for me to find and go to and be better.
That's great, man. Yeah,
it is. And like, as part of the 10-year ceremony, it was before class on Monday. It was extremely touching. I barely kept it together because it does mean so much to me, both in terms of where I've come and being a part of it. But Jeff coming in and getting in front of the class and talking about me and my journey and what I've done and how I've helped, and how I've helped the gym back, because I contributed my time to helping the gym and getting to know people there and helping other people at the gym. And it's, I'm gonna fucking lose it. It's extremely touching to be part of something like that. Like, I feel that is something that is worth it at any price, because you're getting more than just the ability to work out. You're getting so much more than that. And I'm such in a better place, physically, mentally, everything, because of that place. I'm not going to say that there aren't days where it sucks and it's hard and you can't do it, but like, it's truly put my life on a different trajectory. And again, once you hit that 10-year milestone, they take your picture and they put it up on the wall as like a banner. And I'll send it to you. You can make it short if you want.
Okay.
And I actually have a copy of it here at the house. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, because it's actually a pretty big fucking banner. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good picture of me, honestly. Crop it as you see fit, but like, everybody has to see that when they walk in, and that sucks for everybody. But that's what they put up on the wall, and I'm up on that wall with, again, people that I've been working out with for a long time, people that I know, right? People that are really good people to work out with. And I just, it's overwhelming in a way that I can't describe. But I would be lying if that wasn't the only reason that it's important to me. And Paul, do you know why I even knew what CrossFit was?
Was that because of me?
It was because of you.
Yeah. I did CrossFit back in the day. Yeah.
I remember shortly after I started working with you.
And if someone does CrossFit, you'll know because they'll tell you.
Yes. I'm being 100% real with you right now, right? This isn't a joke. But you came in and you talked about the things that you were doing. And I looked at where I was with my fitness, because I had just changed jobs. I was super stressed out with stuff. And I'm like, I need to do something about this. And to hear you talk about it, I actively sought out a CrossFit gym. Yeah, I found this gym and this lifestyle because of you. Aww. And if you think about it, Paul, like, this also means that you and I have been friends for 10 years.
That's true.
So that's why this is a little extra touching for this conversation, right? Because
a decade of Drew.
it really has, right? Because I mean, I think you started doing that probably like my first maybe year and a half in of working with you. So you, in a way, have helped me get to where I'm at with everything I just said. Like, as much as the coaches have helped and all the people I work out with have helped, you're the one that sort of put the bug up my ass about this. Oh. And that's why it's not only important for me to say all the things that I said about the gym, but you talking about it got me inspired.
Oh, that's nice.
And it also means that you and I have been friends for 10 years now, at least.
At least.
So that's how we sort of tie all this together, you know? It's all connected. It's all circular. You know, it's like it's crazy. It's crazy to think about it in that respect.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, so that was a big milestone for me this week.
Oh, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
And like I said, I have more to talk about. I feel like this is a good place to stop. I'm going to be bursting with the content next week because there's a lot of things that I am about to purchase that we'll have to talk about.
Okay.
But,
okay. I also recently made a purchase we should talk about as well. So yeah.
Okay. That's a little teaser. So why don't you get me out of here before I cry some more? Because I've been crying this whole time, in case you can't tell.
Oh, you need a hug, man.
I might actually.
Hey, everybody! You know, I'm gonna say it first right now. We appreciate you. Thanks for listening. You can go to our website, doingourbest.com. You can find all the show notes. You can old episodes. You can do searches. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff on that website. And again, thanks for listening.